What's up, guys? So today I wanted to go over the FEH channel that came out about 4 days ago, kind of go over what my thoughts on it are, because it is pretty controversial. It did only get about 6,000 likes and it's about 17,000 dislikes right now. So we're just going to go over it today. I'm just going to share my feelings on each subject as they come. So we're going to kind of skip here a little bit. So choose your legends. It was pretty easy to see who was going to win this because of the halfway point and who they showed. The only real one we didn't know was if Bernadetta or Lysithea were going to be the ones to get the second place for the female side, and it looks like Lysithea won. If I had to guess, I'd probably say Claude will end up being a flying archer. Edelgard will be an armored axe unit, and then hopefully Dimitri will be an infantry lance unit. But Lysithea could also get the lance, or not lance, but the infantry class instead. And Dimitri could be horseback, but I think that Edelgard and Claude are pretty guaranteed to be flying and armored. Poor Marth didn't make it again. But I mean, I don't think he was ever going to beat Dimitri or Claude, to be fair.
Next on the docket, it's time for the 3rd anniversary celebration.
Now, some parts of this I really like, but some parts I really am not a fan of.
Fire Emblem Heroes game has reached its 3rd anniversary. To celebrate, we will be holding a variety of events beginning on February.
So this first part here, you get 5 summoning tickets for each of the Choose Your Legends banners that we used to have, like the old ones, and I think that's really cool that you get 5 tickets for it. I think that's kind of nice because then you have a pretty decent chance. If you start off with a circle that has like two greens and you're going for Micaiah on that first one, and you hit all the greens and you use the summoning ticket for the first green, then it kind of really ups your chances of being able to get her for very few orbs. So I like that, and then I like these Bound Hero battles and how they're bringing back not only little quests for them, but also banners for them as well. So you basically get a free summon every day. So that's really nice too.
So even those of you who played the original battles can earn rewards. Are you prepared for more? How about some?
And then the reward maps are always really nice too, because I mean 26 orbs for free is just pretty cool. I mean, they're really easy though. I wish they were a little more challenging, but that's fine.
Be made available over a span of 13 days. Since you can attempt each of these maps on both normal and hard difficulties, you can earn up to 26 orbs if you have the gumption to complete them.
I think the next part is the part I have a problem with.
Next up is
Yeah, it's the guaranteed 5-star hero.
guaranteed 5-star special hero summoning event.
Because if you look at how many heroes are on this, there's no way. There is absolutely no way. Unless you're the luckiest person on Earth, you're probably not going to get the one that you're after out of that many heroes. So, I was never a huge fan of that. I think there should be smaller pools to get one for free, but it is what it is.
Lastly, we're holding another A Hero Rises event for the 3rd anniversary. This event will be appropriately titled A Hero Rises 2020. Heroes who have appeared.
This is also kind of weird. It's really nice to be able to choose one that we all get for free, but making it a voting gauntlet is kind of cool, but also it's gonna be really hard to get the one you want then, because you know some people might just pick a character to troll, and we might end up with a character that nobody really actually needs. And if you've seen the people that are being voted on in the Hero Rises, some of them are kind of trolly characters that got voted for, so it doesn't look like Altina is anywhere near being one of the ones on the list for the top 8.
If you've chosen someone to support who you haven't summoned as an ally yet, don't fret. In this voting gauntlet,
I'm going to skip over the Valentine's banner because, I mean, it's just another banner. I mean, they have some good skills and everything, but that's not really why we're here to watch this.
wonderful
But now the most controversial part of the whole thing.
I'm sure Faye will appreciate the new company. Moving right along.
The first time I watched this and I saw this, I was just saying no, please no the whole time. Probably like many of you were. I really wasn't a fan of it in Mario Kart, and I'm not a fan of it in any game. I understand people want to make money, and part of it I'm fine with, but I think I disagree with the same thing that everybody else disagreed with. But we'll get into it as they come in the video here.
And I would be remiss in my duties should I fail to deliver it. The first benefit is
freezing winds, heed my call.
I think Resplendent heroes are awesome. Because they basically take old characters and make them good again. Now, I don't know exactly what the BST of Lyn, the original Lyn is, but I do know that Cordelia's base stat total was 158. And if she receives +2 to all stats, then that'll make her 168. And some people were saying this is power creep, and I don't think that's the case at all. I think it's just taking old heroes and making them relevant again, because now Cordelia's base stat total is 168, and I'm pretty sure that's what Tsubasa's is as well. So it's kind of just making them relevant again, which I think is really nice, because if you, I mean, I don't want to, like, every time they come out with a new alt, you know, try to spend orbs to get another +10 of that new alt because they have a higher BST. I think it's nice to have the old characters that you already have +10s of. You can just get this, and then they're relevant again. I think that's really nice, and I think they both look really, really cool, by the way. And if it was just this and the quests that come after it, I think it would be totally fine. The problem is the next 3 things that should have been free that end up being part of the paid service.
Full-fledged member of the Order of Heroes.
Because honestly, you get 2 of the side quests, I believe, and that gives you 10 orbs, which is, I'm pretty sure, what $9 gets you anyway. So, I mean, you're getting new custom costumes, you're getting the orbs, you're getting a lot of grails, you're getting a lot of divine codes. I think it's like 240 divine codes a month. And as of right now, people are only getting about like 60 to 70 divine codes in Mjolnir Strike right now. So, I mean, that's a really, really good amount. And at that point, you're only getting divine codes, you know, faster than other people. So, I mean, it does kind of accelerate you being able to use it for the last thing they talk about. But it doesn't mean that everyone else can't use their divine codes to get what the other people are getting as well. So it's not really like a pay to win. It's kind of just a pay to get things faster. But I mean, that's kind of the way it already has been. Because if you wanted to hero off a legendary banner and you paid money, I mean, you're going to get to a +10 faster than someone who's free to play. That's just kind of the way it's always been with that, but it definitely is an accelerator. I mean, 100 heroic grails, 240 Aether Stones, I mean, yeah, that's going to accelerate you a little bit. But in terms of Aether raids, they haven't upped the forts at all, and I don't know if they really will, because the forts at this point, you know, the HP thresholds are so high for the tactics room and things like that, that I really don't believe they're going to up it again, because eventually it's going to be to a point that only armored units can dodge those things. And at that point, it's like, you know, it's not going to work. The summoner support should have been free, because that saves so much time. And then this is like, they say it's like Milla's turn wheel. Yeah, that is the case. I'm really glad that they just put it into the quest maps, because if they would have made it any more than that, it would have been way, way too stupid. It would have basically ruined Aether raids in Coliseum, but I mean, I think everyone knew they weren't going to put it in that. But this really isn't a big deal, because, I mean, it's going to make, like, you know, guides easier, which is really nice, but other than that, it's nothing really too crazy.
But everywhere else is fair game. React seems particularly useful in grand hero battles, does it not? I'm sure you intrepid summoners will find plenty of chances to use it to its fullest potential.
Yeah, that one's okay.
The fourth and final perk is
auto start is the one that's like probably got the most people mad because it is a free thing in other games, and I really don't know why they made this on the paid service. It is kind of scummy for them to do that. I think that's where most of the dislikes came from, is these last three being part of the paid service. I would hope by seeing all the dislikes that they have on this video that they will change their minds and just make the first two part of the paid service and the rest of these free. But you never really know. But I don't know if there's ever been a dislike to like ratio like this for one of their videos, so I think they'll probably think about it for sure. But yeah, this would save so much time, and I mean that's something that should definitely be for everybody. But it comes out tomorrow, so I'll be showing you guys like kind of what's in it and what to expect. Some people thought if you bought it once, then you got those 3 last perks, and you had them forever. I hope that's the case. I doubt it, but I mean that would be kind of nice if they changed it to that, so you buy it once and you get all the perks forever, except of course the side quests and the change of costume for the characters. That would be really nice. You get the last 3 if you just buy it one time.
You will be able to subscribe to FEH after the release of the version 4.2 update.
So then going into Divine Codes, people kind of guessed it would be this. Being that you get combat manuals. And a lot of people are really happy about this, myself included. But it's going to be interesting to see if... I know he talks about paths you can take, and you can choose whichever one you want, and you're not forced to take one. So like, for instance, one of them has Cliff, and he has Fortress Defense Res, and that's a really awesome skill. But it'll be interesting to see if once you go down that path and you get that Cliff, does that mean the path is finished and you can never do it again, or does that mean you can redo the path once you've completed it? It'll be interesting to see if that's the case, because if you could get multiple Fortress Defense Res, that would be pretty nice. But then again, that might be seen as them as being a little overpowered to be able to get as many of a skill as you want, so they may not do that. But it's an interesting thing to think about, because they don't really address that. And if you can only take these paths one time, you'll definitely have to be careful with who you give that fodder to. And I mean, at the end of the day, this is only one copy of that hero. So if you're trying to do like merge projects, it'll be interesting to see how this one is, where they're randomized, and how often they come around. Now I'm assuming that, you know, getting 4 stars out of this will be extremely easy, but getting that 5-star, it's like when you get that Kagero, does that mean that Kagero is just gone for like, you know, for how long? So it'll be interesting to see, because it looks like it's just you're getting a one-off of whatever character you choose. So it seems like it's going to be more of a fodder thing than trying to get merges, but we'll see what happens. The only ones I think you could get like one merge of and be happy with would be like any of the mythic heroes, now that they, you know, give you so many points for Mjolnir's Strike, and how that's a very, very important mode now. So anyway, those are my thoughts on the FEH channel. Let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Alright.